Hello everyone. My presentation is about a review on deep learning and traditional machine learning algorithms to recognize Arabic handwriting script. My presentation is organized as follows. I will start with an introduction. After that, I will present the objective of this review, the recognition approaches, the recognition process, the use techniques for offline handwriting recognition system, and I will close this presentation by a conclusion. I start with introduction. Machine simulation of human reading has been the subject of intensive research for the last years. Despite that, existing research on recognizing Arabic text is still limited. The difficulty of recognition is partly related to the writing style. So, the performance obtained by recognition system varies greatly with the clarity of the images provided. Compared to Latin script, the Arabic script presents several sources of complexity. Most letters are linked by ligature. Some of these letters change their shapes according to their position in the word. Also, scripters usually have different writing styles and different orthographic traditions. So we find the vertical and horizontal ligation of characters according to the writer. The main objective of this paper is to study the different algorithms to recognize Arabic handwriting script. A typical recognition system consists of preprocessing, segmentation, feature extraction, training, classification, and post-processing. Faced with the complexity of the features extraction phase, many researchers have adopted a deep learning approach capable of processing a variety of data to recognize characters. This is due to the power of representations of deep architectures compared to traditional architecture. The bibliographic study allowed us to group the handwriting recognition approaches into two families, holistic approach and analytic approach. Holistic approaches are known by their simplicity and their similarity to the human reading ability. It consists of modeling the words as not divisible entities. The analytical approach overcomes the limitations of the holistic approach but requires local interpretation based on segmentation. However, there is no efficient segmentation for correctly extracting the characters from a given word image. The segmentation of cursive writing is a difficult problem. The proposed solutions are based on two different strategies, explicit segmentation and implicit segmentation. The explicit segmentation is based directly on a morphological analysis of the text, or on the detection of characteristics points such as intersections, inflection points, and loops. The advantage of this segmentation is that the information is explicitly located. The implicit segmentation does not proceed to a prior segmentation, but to competition of classes of letters or graphemes in output of the classifier, contrary to the explicit segmentation. So, there is no pre-segmentation of the word and the segmentation is carried out during the recognition. The training phase consists to find the most appropriate models to the inputs of the problem. There are three types of training: supervised training, unsupervised training, and reinforcement training. For supervised training, a representative sample of all shapes to be recognized is provided to the module of training. In unsupervised training, there is no labeled data. It is a question of building the classes automatically from reference samples and grouping rules. This type of training is used particularly for handwriting isolated characters because the classes are known and in a limited number. Reinforcement learning refers to all the methods that allow an agent to choose which action to take. The agent seeks to find the optimal decision-making strategy. In the complete process of a pattern recognition system, the classification plays an important role in deciding on the belonging of a form to a class. The main idea of the classification is to assign an example not known to a predefined class from the description in parameters of form. Neural networks and Markov modeling are the two main methods that predominate and demonstrated their effectiveness in classification. There are also other methods like fuzzy logic, k-nearest neighbors, and supervised vector machine. When we classify the useful techniques we can classify the useful techniques for offline handwriting recognition system into four main classes: statistical, connectionist, structural, and stochastic methods. There are also hybrid methods that use two or more of these techniques together. The statistical approach is mainly based on mathematical foundation. So, the recognition is represented by a mathematical model whose parameters must be estimated. There are two types of methods, parametric and non-parametric methods. These methods constitute a limitation since they always remain an approximation of the shapes of classes. In general, structural methods allow the description of complex shapes from basic shapes called features, and they are extracted directly from data present in input of the system. The most common methods use the calculation of edit distance between two strings and the dynamic programming. Unlike the described methods, the stochastic approach uses a model for the recognition, taking into account the high variability of form. These methods are robust and reliable due to the existence of efficient training algorithms. These models can take over the noise and the inherent invariability of handwriting and avoid the problem of explicit segmentation of words. The connectionist methods are based on defining a network of elementary units connected by weighted arcs. The primitives extracted on image or character constitute the network inputs, and the activated output of the network corresponds to the recognized character. In these methods, the choice of network architecture is compromised between computational complexity and recognition rate. From the realized study, we conclude that the major problems in this field can be reduced to the cursivity of the writing and the sensibility of certain topological characteristics of Arabic. Some of the current approaches propose to take advantage of both methods, reducing the complexity of the holistic approach by applying it to small entities with no need of prior segmentation into characters. We can study that in the recent years, the research is mainly directed towards techniques that have proven their performance in the field of handwriting recognition like hidden Markov models, SVM, and neural networks. And finally, we thank you for your attention.